last night?
It wasn't about last night, bro. I just said this.
Gee, I said the same.
It's about somebody else,
bro.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Brody, bro.
Damn, like your conjugal visit didn't go well.
I'm sorry to hear that, Brody, bro. You know, I just, I always wish the best for you, man. You know, I'll never want to bring you down.
Nah, bro. You know, I just learned that I can't approach relationships without being toxic, bro. I tried to do the good guy thing. It didn't work out.
Can we talk about this real quick? First off, hold on, before we get into this, because this sounds like a great topic. This is Excuse the Cat. We in this bitch gang, you know what I'm saying? We got some guests in this motherfucker. You feel me?
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got a OD Patton, you know what I'm saying, co-owner of Denetrix, also promo or brand representative for Rock Liquor as well. And we also got Daryl Watkins in this motherfucker. He really don't need no introduction, you know what I'm saying? 3-time national champion at the D3 level, you know what I'm saying? 2-time N4C conference coach of the year. You know what I'm saying? We got to put that NJCAA regional coach in there of the year 2-time as well. Sure. Put some respect on the name. These are my bros, man. Everybody.
Welcome.
Shout out.
Oh, now welcome. You get the applause. He's right.
He got it right.
I want to make sure I want to make sure he got all our guest accolades going through and make sure everybody got that right. And then I'm gonna hit the clap.
Don't let him play you. He hit that button 30 seconds ago. It just came in.
It's a mad delay on that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I want to get into our guests and stuff, but real quick, we gotta get back into this fly. What's going on, man? Let us know.
Don't need to get back into.
Now we gotta get into it, bro, because you know what I'm saying. Niggas is hurt,
okay, bro.
Niggas is hurt. I'm trying to see why niggas. I didn't know why niggas is hurt, bro. I didn't know why niggas.
Rod Wave just came out as well, you know. So
I did listen to that though. Album of the year, bro.
Like that?
I ain't even finished it all yet.
Like that?
No, don't do that. No, it ain't album of the year. I haven't listened to it. I might kick it off. I ain't dealing with no heartbreak or anything like that, so I really don't listen to
So what happened, bro? Come on, it's what the pod is for, bro. Open up to the bros, bro.
That is not what the pod. I mean, it is, but I'm off the record, bro. I'm cool.
We got some old heads in here too. You feel me?
I know they could probably give you some game, man.
They probably give you some game, bro. Like, this is really. No cap. This is really what we need for the pod. Like,
yeah, I'm on TChill side today, dude.
You ain't gotta put no names out there.
Man.
Just say Exhibit A. You know
Exhibit A. Like I said, bro, I just approached it, tried to be more respectful and like go the nice route about it and stuff, you know, and I was very complacent when it came to, you know, certain moves that I should make, and I didn't do it right. And, you know, that just screwed me over.
That's respectful, though. When you try a new tactic, sometimes, you know, you don't have it fully polished. So you have to learn from your mistakes. So next time when you have that approach with that tactic, then you know where to.
I'm not approaching that tactic no more, bro. I'm going back to being toxic.
Cool. All right.
Hey, you gotta go with what works for you, bro.
Hey, but listen, though, this is my thing, though. Like, real quick, I just want to get into that real quick. Like, what is toxic? Because I feel like this shit is really made up. Like my thing is this. Like, if I'm talking to a shorty, right, and I tell you off jump, I don't know where I'm at. I kind of want a girlfriend. I kind of don't. If I see it, I'm going to pursue it. If I don't, then I'm not going to be on that. If she, like, starts to, like you and shit and wants you to wife her, what's that got to do with me? Like, that doesn't make me toxic. That doesn't mean that I was leading you on. I told you from jump what it was, where I was at. And obviously, I don't see it. Now, if I don't tell you, like, you know, I don't tell you I'm not feeling you, that's on me. That's fucked up. That's wrong. But if we just rocking out, you know what I'm saying? We rocking out, and you haven't asked me again, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like, that doesn't make me toxic. Like, what is toxic? I don't know what toxic is. This is a made-up word.
I feel like you have to have, like, a resume of things before you can get that tag on you. You know what I mean? You got to do a couple toxic things. You know? Just speaking from past, how you say it, toxicity?
Toxicity?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I practiced that word to say
that's a hard ass word.
I'm not approaching it.
That's a hard ass word. Yeah, yeah.
Toxicity.
Just give me an example of something that's toxic. Like, what's toxic? Please.
I was gonna say
like maybe gaslighting.
I hate
And
that word.
being manipulative.
Being manipulative. I agree with that.
Very manipulative.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's definitely toxic. Manipulative. That's what I used to do before I got married again.
He's honest. He's honest, man.
Hey, Carlton turned out the old head. I'm the old head.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
And y'all want old head advice.
But what you characterize as toxic, Daryl?
Narcissist.
Narcissism.
Yeah.
Damn, Zer0.
I'm about to say I feel offended. But I'm not that narcissistic.
Did I throw?
I'm like a little bit.
Did I throw a dart? Did I throw a dart in the empty room?
Bullseye.
Yeah.
Man, I am pretty good at darts, huh, Od?
Oh man, whatever, man.
Oh man.
Hey, look.
So let's get into it, man. We got OD Patton in the building, man. So you are co-owner of Denetrix. You know what I'm saying, with your wife. Tell her I said hey as well. Tell her I said what's up.
Oh, absolutely.
And how the family doing. But
oh, they good. Just went school shopping. 3 kids, man. That's a lot of money going out of my pocket.
Hell yeah, man.
Nah, we good. My teens are pretty chill now. They do their own thing, stuff like that.
I think that's probably the best feeling. Probably. I don't know, but I know Daryl got some newborns, but them teenagers though, man. Woo. Can it be tough, man? Can it be tough?
Yeah, they they all kind of have their attitudes here and there. For the most part, they do their thing. They all got phones, all that type of stuff going on. Their own set of friends, but seems like when we can't get all 3 to be straight. Like one of the 3 is doing something stupid, so it's always something. It is what it is. I get used to it at this point.
Yeah. That's how Mama Shanklin was with us too. So.
Oh yeah, she know.
But speaking of Denetrix,
I was one of them kids.
One of y'all was tripping.
Not one. Man, a lot of us was tripping. All 5 of us. But speaking of Denetrix, though, how did you come about pretty much the clothing line, and what inspired you, to let the fans know?
So, like you got one of our shirts, we had started our own brands.
Yeah.
It's had a lot of evolution in the last, I don't know, about 2 years here. So we wound up doing like a storefront downtown Rockford. No, that didn't work out well, so we shut the store down and we just online. So what we really found our niche in that whole situation is we do a lot of custom printing. So we got it set up. We just custom print for so many people. If y'all need shirts for your shows, we can do all that. Whatever you need to do on that end. So my wife pretty much runs the day-to-day, obviously, the finances and all of that from my sales job feeds into that. And, we just keep growing in these days, just figuring out what's the best niche for us.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up. And we definitely need to hit you up because we definitely need some Excuse the Cap shirts. And
we can
I know
get
y'all. Hell yeah, man. And y'all only don't do shirts. Y'all do more than that, correct?
Yeah. So when my wife took back over, like, because I was the CEO of when we had the store, but now I went back into sales for Rock and Vodka. She took over, man. She has found higher quality stuff. She can do hats, shirts, koozies. I mean, she's doing something with balloons. She's just better at the CEO role. I'm a more sales marketing type of guy. That's where I find my best niche or whatever. So yeah, we just got a lot of stuff. I mean, you guys want banners, stuff like that. We can get all that figured out for you.
Facts. That's what's up. So you said you had an app. What's the app name? Probably give the spelling and just let everybody know.
The app.
Well.
So the app, I don't think we're using that no more because it didn't work out well.
Okay.
Nah, the app, it didn't do well, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of the stuff you try and it just kind of fails or whatever, or it just don't give you the numbers. Everything about numbers. You sit down, you look at your spread, you look at your users, and if the numbers ain't supporting it, don't waste your time. You give it a little time to try to develop, but you find what's gonna be best for you. Yeah, but we had an app. It was on both platforms, Google Play and App Store. But we just that was more based off the boutique from the store. So And now it's just more or less just, the website or the emailing or calling, whatever you need to do.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm on that website now. And what would you say is probably your favorite apparel to customize?
Man, I'm a hoodie guy. I love hoodies. Like when fall hits, I just creative myself. I mean, that was how when I had my brands, how I was doing that, just creating different things on my own. So hoodies by far, it's just hats. I like hats, but I'm not as creative. I like my hats to be a little bit more simple, kind of like what I got on today. But yeah, the hoodies, I was creating stuff on the arm, whatever, just trying to make it unique as possible.
Yeah, because I know I got your self-made hoodie. That self-made hoodie nice. The green one.
Yeah, see, that's the type of stuff I enjoy. Yeah, the creative part of that, just coming up with that whole concept. So,
all right, and I know other than Denetrix and the website, you said you rocking Vodka, right?
Yeah. So we based out of Rockford.
Are you a vodka guy?
I am a vodka guy. I'm a vodka guy.
Vodka's a good drink. I'm not saying it's the best, but I'm saying it's a solid drink.
Man.
I'm trying to get him.
Vodka, bro.
I'm trying to tell him
that dark.
All I know, I remember when I first turned 21, my pops told me, he was like, "Listen, if you ever go somewhere you don't know what to get you a vodka cranberry and you'll be all right."
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a fact. That shit's fire. But anyway, I didn't interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, you good. No, I just joined the team about a month ago. I'm a sales rep. So like I said, I do sales and marketing. That's like my thing. Like I said, I tell people that like, how'd you like the ownership, CEO, where I'm like, that's just not me. I prefer the sales and marketing. I do pretty well at that, man. I'm their first official Illinois sales rep. So I actually go to Oklahoma. We release our product in Oklahoma on the 22nd. So I'll be going that whole week just selling, man. I just go to different establishments. We all in the major retailers like Walmart, Woodman's around here, Valley, the Benny's, all of those major retailers that sell alcohol. Then I go to the smallest stores and bars. It's fun, man. I'll be at a lot of events, golfing, all of these type of things.
All right. So is the vodka out right now or
Oh yeah, it's been out. It's been out for I think they dropped in the 2019. Here, you want me to show y'all the bottle?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let me grab that.
He got his product on him.
Man.
You gotta do what you
That's
gotta
how you gotta do it,
Man, none stop selling, man. None stop selling. Let's see if I can get it close here. There you go.
Okay, it's nice.
Okay, rocking.
So
right,
what makes
what percentage of alcohol is it?
So this one is 80 proof? Yeah, it's 80 proof.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
Jesus.
yeah.
That's mine.
I like
I he's gonna say
like
40.
Nah, it's 80 proof. It's up there with the big boys like the Grey Gooses, the Beverly, as far as in that alcohol quality. What makes us different is we're one of two companies in the U.S. that do a sugar cane. So we're 100% sugar cane. Like Tito's, it's like potatoes and some, they do all those other different ones. But in the world, it's like we're one of 38 companies in the world that do it. And America is pushing more towards American-made products, so they don't really like to do, the Russian vodkas no more like that. That's why Tito's caught fire the way it did.
Okay.
So is it easier to take a shot with it or mix it?
This one decent on the shot level, because of that sugar cane process is a little smoother. I typically mix it more because I used to drink Tito's with like soda water and stuff. But with this one, it'll sneak up on you. So I don't want it to do that to me. So I put mine with like Bloody Marys, Mules, or I mix it. The vodka cranberry would be perfect for it. So
okay.
How much is it? How much is the bottle?
So a bottle depends on your location. Cheapest I seen it was like $20.99 at a Piggly Wiggly in Southern Illinois. So it just depends. Most of the time, I say about average of $25 a bottle.
That's not bad.
Okay. It's mostly in the Midwest region?
Nah, bro. We in Texas. We in Florida. Yeah, like I said, I go to Oklahoma. We shipping out of Cali right now. I'm going to check. I don't know if Arizona on our list yet. We still pushing to get it all across the nation.
Definitely. I need to see that in Arizona. Definitely.
I like that price point, too.
Man, you're not asking the right questions, man. Y'all looking for a sponsor. I'm trying to get sponsored. I'm trying to get the podcast sponsored. Y'all looking for something, bro. I got a social media following. It's whatever.
Send me a proposal. Send me a proposal, and we can work. I can see what I can do.
Like I said,
all right.
Microsoft
Like that
Word, boy,
business.
take that shit out.
Zer0, get to work.
You gotta ask the smartest nigga in the room, huh?
No, that's not it at all. I just don't want to do it.
Fever it is.
I need it.
As soon as he said write it up, I said never mind. Somebody else better do it.
Hey, is that vodka in like Total Wine stores? Are y'all in those stores too?
Yep. A lot of Total Wines in Texas.
Bet I'm gonna go. I don't really drink vodka like that, but I need to diversify my my liquor collection because it's typically only tequila.
Hey, bro, bring that to Austin.
No, I'm not doing that.
Come on, bro, I'm trying to try
Yeah,
it.
you should do that.
No, I'm gonna leave it in my house. What are y'all talking about?
All right, D, we're gonna pick it up in Austin, bro.
There we go.
Yeah, bro.
There
We
we
probably
go.
can get down
Yeah,
there, bro.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Well,
I'm pretty sure we're
This
in
man
Austin.
thought process.
I'm pretty sure we're in Austin.
I'm definitely gonna have to do that shit. Have guests and stuff. They're like, I like vodka. Okay, here you go. There you go. I'm not gonna drink.
So I know you said you got different types. So you said that one's 80 proof. What other proofs you got, man? You got honey? You got 120?
It's just they just got the one flavor right now, just the regular one.
I'm just trying to see, man.
120. Do you not like your life?
I love it, but some people don't. You know what I mean? I'm just giving it out there to the fans that don't.
I've never been that depressed to drink 120 proof anything.
Hey, bro.
What he trying to say is some days get hard for some people.
Yes.
What he trying to say.
Hey, bro. Real quick though, y'all remember? I will say this. I think it's a vodka too. Y'all remember Rumplemints?
See, I don't even do the mints. I don't do the mints. So.
Mints is actually fire. Like I know it sounds disgusting, but like it is actually like dummy good. Like it is like
I remember
it's like
you talking about it a lot, but like again, I don't like mint drinks either.
I thought y'all had
And ice
Rumpleman
cream, none of
shots
that.
when he came down.
Yeah, I probably didn't like that shit.
No, fuck
You right, I don't
Rumplemints.
remember.
It's rocking vodka for now on. You know what I mean? We about to be
I
the
gotta
Jay-Z.
stay on brand. We gotta stay on brand. My ball. My fault. I
Yeah.
didn't bring the other
It's rocking vodka.
I'm bugging.
Come on, bro. We trying to get sponsored here. You
I'm gonna just be quiet, bro. I'm not saying nothing else for the pod, bro.
But,
get it, bro.
Yeah, D, I know you pretty busy. You said you got family life, so we ain't trying to keep you here, man. But if you can give everybody your socials, tell everybody where they can pretty much get to see Denetrix or Rockin' Vodka at, or where they can see that at. Put your socials out there, man. Let the people know where you at.
You can from my Facebook.
You gotta get my man's an Instagram.
Instagram,
Man, I hate Instagram.
You gotta get my man's on TikTok too.
Nah, I created like a group
y'all can hit
chat or
me up on
something.
MySpace. Oh, he was like, man, fuck all these new social media. MySpace is where it's at.
Nah,
So Facebook.com/ that's where you can find it.
we got a Denetrix Instagram though. You can look it up on there. As far as my page, OD Patton III on Facebook, if you do that, I don't really have a regular Instagram. And you want to check out the vodka, go to rockinvodkas.com. And then maybe I'll send Kyle to my email or something like that for that too. So y'all can send that proposal.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Got you.
Appreciate it, man. We appreciate you, bro.
Oh, no problem. I'm going to let y'all go because I think it's about to cut out on me again anyway.
All right, man. You be smooth.
Thank you
All
for
right.
coming on the
Thank you.
show.
No problem. Thank y'all.
Hey,
Man, so look, real quick, man, before we jump into, our next guest, we gotta rank this, man. We got to go and have this discussion. So if we gotta rank liquors, vodka gotta be like what? So we got cognacs, tequilas, vodkas, rums, and what? Bourbons?
vodka is the best light.
You said what?
Vodka is the best light.
Vodka is the best
The
light.
best
Wait a minute.
light. Tequila is the best light.
Tequila exists.
I will respect rum argument. Tequila is trash.
Tequila exists.
Tequila is trash.
Bro,
Oh, no,
you just
I like
gotta-
Tequila is
tequila
trash.
too, though, but tequila bring it. If y'all want to see young shot, that's what tequila
Oh.
gonna bring y'all. It's gonna be real shit.
Bring that dog out.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. He said tequila trash.
That's what, bro. He's bugging.
It's not it. I've never liked there's never been a tequila I liked at all. Never.
What's your go-to tequila, D-Watt, on TChill? What y'all go-to?
Go-to, Don Julio.
Yeah.
70.
Oh, I thought
what you saying?
No,
My fault.
no, you good. I feel like I cut you off. I was just trying to look light, but
No, you good. You good.
me. I mean, obviously, Casamigos is definitely a banger. There's just one. It's like a Jose Cuervo brand of tequila that I really like because I like the price point of it. Like, it's not
Traditional.
Yeah. Like, I got the bottle of mine. I'm not about to get it.
Yeah,
But
they said that's the best. Low key, I went to the liquor store during the pandemic, and they said that's dang near like the best tequila in that price range,
bro, because
it's 100% the agave,
Yep.
and so then like that or the reposado version of it
Yep.
are the best ones you can get of that.
I get the repo version
So-
of that shit, and I get a 1.5 or whatever, and it's only like maybe like $35-$40 maybe, like somewhere. Like if I were to get a half
Dang,
gallon,
I used to find it for like 25.
no, are you talking about
Oh,
I was talking about like the big one.
Oh, the big
Yeah.
fifth. Never mind.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
nigga, like a bottle of Casamigos, a
Well, I
fifth
get
of
a fifth.
Casamigos is like
Oh, fifth got me is
$50.
expensive.
Like niggas, I'm not
And it used to
paying
be
that.
cheaper, but then y'all hyped it up for no reason.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, turn the shit up.
As soon as we hype it up, that's why it started.
Mhm.
Probably cost so much now too. Shit, y'all hyping shit up. And
I'm still a fan of
champion,
Patron.
all of that shit. But Patron, yeah, Pat Ryan. Can't go wrong with Pat Ryan.
Yeah.
Pat Ron.
Patron always.
Oh,
Hey, the Rock has a brand and it's not that bad.
Oh, Terramana go
Rock's
crazy.
brand.
Terramana.
I fuck with Terramana. Yeah.
Terramana is very good.
Very, very good. I would get that over Casamigos, honestly. That's just me though.
Honestly, I don't like
Yeah.
the Casamigos. Honestly, it's okay to mix, but having that straight was not good.
Everybody loves
Either
It's
or.
just like the brand. Oh my god, Casamigos! Give me Casamigos.
Oh, yeah, now,
It's
yeah.
Like, all right, bitch.
I'm a cognac guy. I can't.
Supply and demand. I mean, once you get something hyped up, then you gotta keep it moving out, and that's what really happened. I mean, that's everything.
True.
Yeah.
So real quick.
Okay, cognacs. What's your favorite cognac?
Oh, speaking of which, I was just telling Marcus, there's this new cognac that I got put on to, and that shit is actually gas. I've never had it before. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna try the bottle. It's got Mikal cognac. You ever seen this bottle before?
No, I can only see
can
half of it.
barely
Like, you ain't even
see
see
it,
it?
bro. I see your hand.
Oh well, shit. Here, sorry. I tried to I probably was too close. I don't know. You see that? There's a reflection on it.
That's
so
a nice
it's kinda
ass
hard to
bottle
see.
though. Yeah.
It is, and it's actually. I asked her how much it was. She said it was like $30. I was like, that's not a bad price point. It's not a horrible price point. But that shit fire.
I really want to try Shannon Sharp's, but I'm in the juice. But I want to try Shannon Sharp's cognac. I think that costs like $85, $90.
Sheesh.
You got it, bro. Ball out.
No, I like Shannon Sharp. I like Shannon Sharp $85, $90 that. You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel you.
I give him
I feel you on that.
I buy a Shannon Sharp shirt. You know what I mean? Support the brand, but you gonna wait on that. That's gonna be
That liquor gonna last you like a year.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, it comes in a special bottle of water that like I'm not gonna be drinking on that like that. Like, it's gonna be
Right. That's what it says. That's gonna last you a year.
Yeah.
Gee, I went and bought
Worth it.
LeBron's tequila, the Lobos. That shit is cool. It's not that good to me. Like the bottle is nice, but like the actual tequila, it don't really hit like that. Like I don't know.
I actually wouldn't take LeBron James' advice on liquor.
I wouldn't take any athlete's advice on liquor, low key. But I'm gonna try
Be
Shannon Sharp.
lit.
I don't know, bro. There's some alcoholics out there.
Speaking of liquor, I know you need liquor for coaching. Now, Daryl. I mean, you don't
Now
be a
it's tough out there.
two-time coach of the year or a national champion without some liquor, probably. Are we right?
And look, some days is different. Some days you just gotta keep pushing, find a way to get through. That's about it.
Yeah.
You ever toss a chair across the gym floor?
No, I
Just going around.
Not on the Bobby Knight, man. Them days is over with. Them days is over with. Nah, we cool on them. We cool on them viral moments.
Hey, I wanted to ask you real quick. What college you go to?
What college did I go to? I actually went to Rock Valley myself. Finished up at Rockford University here in Rockford. Got my bachelor's there, and then got my master's at Chadron State in Nebraska.
Oh, okay. Because I was curious. You said you was an E3 national champion or whatever. So I was just curious, like, if I had heard of your school before. Because Wabash, I went to Wabash College, and we're pretty good Division III every year. But we get it out of our conference, then we run into like what's that school called? Mount Union, I think. We run into them, and they beat our ass every fucking year. Like it'd be like 50 to like 14. It'd be bad.
Oh damn. That's
50
tough.
to 14.
Mount Union's like the best. Like at least when I was in school, like they was like number 1 in the country.
But why is the basketball score 50 to 14?
No, football, bro. Football.
Oh, football. Okay.
That's still bad.
It's very bad.
That's still bad.
Bad too. Yeah, that's bad too.
Yeah, it's the Rock Valley Golden Eagles, and y'all just been on a streak though. Been coaching as the head coach the past 2 years, and let me get that with a pretty much 18-13 record as last year, but for conference y'all went 9-1, and y'all made it to the national tourney. Am I correct?
Yep, that's right. No, and then like you were saying, in that first year, my first season, we went, I think it was 27-7 that first year, undefeated in conference, won the district, won the regional, and then got third place in the national tournament my first year as a head coach. So
exactly. Man,
you a dog.
The kids make me look good, man. Look, they go out there, they perform, they make us look good as coaches. And then like Kaiton was saying, when I was an assistant, they really made me look good. That's what it was. They did everything we asked them to do, and then when it came to showtime, it was just like, okay, cool. We sitting back, y'all do what y'all got to do.
Yeah. Because you were an assistant before you became head coach, and that was pretty much before. That was way back, right?
Yeah.
And that was pretty much before you was a head coach at Auburn. But pretty much you were scouting, right? You were scouting for Rock Valley mostly as an assistant. How would you go about scouting? Did you like scouting? And what made you transition to be like, all right, I want to be a head coach now?
Well, I mean, I love getting out recruiting. I love getting out watching players play. I mean, I got the best job in the world. I get to sit back and watch basketball for a living. I get to, analyze basketball for a living. I get to do player development for a living. So, to me, that's the best job in the world. But yeah, so from 2012, I came on with my former boss. Her name's Misty Opat. Fall 2012, my first year is coaching. Fresh out of college, she was like, hey, what you got going on? We sat down, we talked, possibly had some overseas looks, had a European summer league I got a chance to play in, and really nothing came from it. Got a chance to play semi-professional here in the States, and then kind of just dove fully into the coaching side of some things. First year coaching as an assistant, was technically, quote unquote, the best team in school history. We went 32-2, won a national championship. The following year, we lost in the national championship game. My second year, my third year as an assistant, we came back, bounced back, won the national championship. My fourth year was the only year, me being part of Rock Valley, that we didn't make the national tournament. But that year, we were still 23-7. And then my fifth and final year as the assistant at Rock Valley was on paper the best team in school history. And that team went 33-2 and won a national championship. And that was my last year as an assistant coach there. And then I went on to Auburn, helped that program out. That program was 5-25 before I got there. Got there, changed the program around in my first year there. We went 13-17. And then my second year there, with all the kids that we got to come to Auburn, we got 500, and that group was a group of freshmen and sophomores. And then I left to go to Rock Valley the year afterwards, which was my first year as a head coach at the collegiate level. And that year, like I said, we went 28-7 and got third place in the national tournament. But even kind of scoping back to Auburn, that group, after I left, that group was sophomores, and then they had a group of seniors that had been in our program when I first started there, and that group won the first conference championship in school history and won the first regional title in like 30 years at the school. So that was like my group that was left there. So I mean, just kids buying in and just fall into the system, and good things come from it. And I had the pleasure to work for one of the best. I mean, she's going to go down as one of the into the NJCAA Hall of Fame. She's already in our school Hall of Fame. Misty Opat, she's a 4-time national champion. She's been to, she was in 7 national championship games in her 10-year span of a coach there. So I mean, that's nuts. Like that's unheard of, like on certain tips. And then she got a chance to go coach Division I, NCAA Division I basketball, and now she's out in Arizona at Cochise Community College. Doing good things out there too.
I need to see Miss Opat, man. I need to go out there and see a game.
Yep. She's down in Cochise. So I mean, this is year 2 for her. Yeah, year 2 for her. So year 3 for her. So I mean, she's getting after it.
Yeah. And I also wanted to clarify for the listeners that Auburn is a high school in Rockford.
Yeah. Rockford Auburn High School.
Shout out to
my
all
brain
the
was like
nights.
all over the place. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like I was so confused. Like at first thought he was a football coach, and this nigga started talking about basketball. Like, wait, hold on. And then he said Auburn. I was like, this nigga coach D1 Auburn? Oh, this nigga. I was my brain just like
no. I'm not that big time.
Analyzing that.
I'm not that big time.
Bro, I was literally just about to ask you, bro. I'm about to be like, yo, so like this Auburn system, y'all shoot a lot of threes. Like, what's really going on?
But yeah, Daryl, what's your coaching style, bro?
We shoot a lot of threes. we shoot a lot of threes, man. We're athletic. We're bigger guards. I mean, we're skilled. I mean, we like to force turnovers. In the 2 years that I've been there, in actual seasons that we've had, we've been top 5 in the nation in scoring. I mean, my first year there, we averaged, I think it was like 86 points a game. Put up 2,875 points in that season, which was first in the nation that year. We put up about, I think it was like 23s a game, made around 9 to 10 a game, which was top 5 in the country. I mean, averaged 19 to about 21 assists per game, which was top 5 in the country. And a lot of that's just predicated from our defense, though. I mean, we're in your face. We're going to sit down. We're going to defend. We're going to send dogs at you, and we're going to keep sending people at you all day long. And you're going to get frustrated with us because we're going to be right there. And I mean, either we're going to win the game or we're going to learn from it, and we're going to lose, and we're going to get right back to the drawing board, And I tell our kids, like, and it's funny because, Kyton hit me up one day, my first year. We beat a team 107 to 11. And he was like, man, what's going on, man? Like, I know this ain't real. And I was like, man, look, this college athletics, we tell our kids all the time, don't feel bad for somebody. It ain't your fault that they ain't as good as you. We're not trying to actually destroy you. We're not trying to run the score up. But, and then at the end of the day, like, beat us or get better. Like, and that's how I feel about it. Beat us or get better. And that's just the mentality that my former boss taught me. Don't feel sorry for nobody. Like, because at the end of the day, if somebody get that chance to do the same thing to you, they're going to do it. So, I mean, it is what it is.
That's facts.
I always talk about boiling.
Game, bro. These niggas sound like they real.
I can attest, bro. Like, I went out of high school. I was at Rock Valley, and I was in the video, pretty much doing video classes there, and that was pretty much at night. So when I'm dealing with classes, I would go to a game, and bro, I'm talking about when you go there, it's pretty much over, bro. Like they up 40. you just looking for the highlights now. It's just.
Y'all press the whole game, don't y'all?
Huh?
Y'all press the whole game, don't y'all? Nah?
Barely.
Okay.
We barely press. Like, we just sit down and play good man-to-man defense. Barely press.
Okay.
Bro, listen to this. As a head coach, in his 2 years at Rock Valley, 26-5 record on the home floor. Like, and then probably put in when you were assistant coach. You're not beating them, man. You're not beating them.
Nah, I think over that 5-year span when I was there, we lost 2 games at home. Like when you come to the Nest, it's different. Like, you know what's up. Like, you in for a long night. Like, you walk in. I mean, we got a really nice arena there. It's not your typical junior college like campus when you come to Rock Valley. Our arena can hold 5,000 people. I mean, the backdrop on there, I mean, it's like an NCAA Division I facility. It's like a NBA arena. Like, I mean, the way it's set up, the spotlight, the way the lights are, it's just spotlighted on the main court when we play our games. All of our national championship banners hang directly over the court. The sound system's booming. We got really good crowds that come. I mean, Rockford is a basketball town, so anytime people can go see some basketball, they pulling up to see some good basketball. So, I mean, you got that going on, and I mean, it's an intimidating factor. Like, when people walk into Rock Valley, they know it's like, oh man, we in for a battle, like, for real.
I was about to ask you. So, as a coach, right? Mm-hmm. Your kids be trying you, and when I say that they be trying you, they be trying to test your gangster. Like, can you still hoop? Like, do you hoop with them?
We do drills with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because last year we had to hop in a couple practices, and me and some of our assistants, they're looking at us like, y'all still got out, man. Play smarter, not harder. I'm not finna get out here, try to outrun you, not try to do any of this. We're gonna play smarter, not harder. And I mean, a lot of that is testament to, you know, like I said, them just believing in what we got to say. And then, or if they don't get it, trying to show film or actually going out there and practice and showing what we mean by, like, hey, if you get into this gap, you're going to either be able to draw a defender, you're going to either get a kick, or if they stay home, you get a layup, or if you get the post defender to slide over, then you got to drop down. I mean, it's just a lot of it, just showing the different scenarios, showing actually how to do it. Like I said, we actually get out there and practice with them every once in a while, and we'll do it before we actually explain it to them, and then come back and break it down to them and show them on the practice film as well, too.
That's what's up.
Yeah. You scout and recruit probably just as hard as you coach, too, I bet.
All day long.
And through your 2 years,
long, man.
I know you have you have 3 total All-Americans that you coach since being head coach, but I'm pretty sure you got a whole slew throughout your career at Rock Valley. How would you say, is it hard to coach All-Americans? Like, is it different? But you said they're all coachable, so is it pretty much on the player, or like, do you ever see like any differences between coaching All-Americans and just other players?
Nah, you got to coach them the same way, because the moment that you let your foot off of them is the moment the rest of the kids be like, oh, well, you're not treating such and such like that, or you're not holding them to that same accountability level. And I feel like that's why we've had the success that we've had over the time being, because we treat player 1 the same way we treat player 15 on the roster. It don't matter who you are, you held to the same accountability level. I mean, it's days where I'm going to chew the top player out on the team and everybody looking like, oh, all right, like, cool, like, let me straighten up because he just ripped her. Like, all right, that's it. Let me get back and let me get in line, because I'm not even going to test it today. Because if he came at her today, that means any one of us can get it today, and it might be worse. So,
okay, and just with the follow-up question, what do you look for in recruits when you go out there scouting players, just looking to see who's the best fit for Rock Valley basketball?
With the way we play positionless basketball. I mean, there are no positions for us as far as how we want to play. You might be in a spot, you might be in a certain spot for a set, something like that. But we play a lot of motion offense, so we look for bigger guards. We look for kids that are interchangeable, that can play 1 through 5. And when I say play 1 through 5, I mean that can defend it. You know, you got to be able to defend 1 through 5, not for the whole entire game, but you know, you might get caught on a couple possessions here and there. So we go after bigger guards. We go after kids that, and this is just ideal, kind of what we want. We go after kids that are anywhere from around 5'8", 5'9" to 6'2", 6'3", and that's just like straight interchangeable. And when I say like interchangeable, like, okay, pick and roll, cool, switch it for a second. We're not going to get beat in the post. If it does end up going down there, cool, double it out, make them kick it out, and then rotate out of it, and kind of go from there. But on the other side, like when we go after bigger guards, that means means actual true post players that we end up playing against, y'all got to come out here now and guard them on this island, because these aren't post players. These are guards. Y'all got to come out on this island now. And sometimes that's a little different. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little. Definitely.
So motion offense, right? So I want to get into that. So like now that I know where we at, I'm really excited about this conversation. So like motion offense, like teaching someone motion offense can like be very, very challenging because like understanding the concept of filling spots can just like be challenged. Like understanding like when to move, like you said, like if you drive left, like making sure that you slide to that corner. So that person either has that driving lane or they have that kick option. Like, is it hard being able to make sure? Is it hard to teach them that motion offense and like understanding that there isn't a position? Because like I don't know, like with sets, especially when you're younger. I know your girls are in college, but like you're like, okay, go here, set screen. After I go to set screen, I'm gonna go set this screen, and I'm gonna dive out to the post, whatever the case is. When it's a motion, since it's so free fluid, it's very easy to like even like get in your own. It's very easy to get into your own other offensive players' way when they're trying to cook or like they're trying to get to their spot or whatever the case is. So like, how do you teach that to keep that spacing on the floor?
Well, we do a little. Our motion offense is pretty much dribble drive stuff. And every time we start off the year, and we brought our kids in early this June. Honestly, we got actually a few days of working with them this June. But we teach where we want them at, and we really, like you say, teach spacing. We're at least a step or step and a half off of the college 3-point line as we start off with anything, and that's opening up those gaps. That's opening up those driving lanes initially for us to get downhill and create driving kick situations or anything like that. But kind of like you said, like, it's very easy for certain kids to kind of get in the way of, driving angles or something like that. Or and we teach a 3-second rule. Also 3-second rule, if you got your hands on the ball, you got 3 seconds, you got to be able to do something. And really, it's not even 3. We're telling you it's almost like a 2.5. On 3, you got to be passing the ball, or you got to be going to the basket. It's not, let me count in my head, 1, 2, 3, then make a move. So, and then we teach it, it's a 3-second rule. If you're standing still, if you're just there, man, you got 3 seconds to, all right, now let me go set a back screen for somebody, or let me backdoor cut, or let me fill to the opposite side of the court to where that open area is. So we're never standing still. For the most part. And a lot of the kids, they get it. And like we tell them, it's to a point of where we really don't want to play in the half court. We want to play somewhat of in the full court game. And a lot of that is just going to get dictated from our defense. We want to get out and score in transition. We want to hit transition threes. We want to take the air out of teams. We want to sit down, defend them. We want to lock up, make it where they can't get shots made, and then push the ball in transition sometimes. And like we said, you might get a trailer coming for a 3, rise up, hit that shot. And we tell a lot of our kids, we tell our shooters, like, hey, if you can see the rim, you're rising up. If your feet are set, you're rising up and hitting the shot. If you don't make it, then guess what? We got rebounders coming and we're putting that in. Second chance points kills teams. And just like I said, we're that type of team. We try to take the air out of you early and make it hard for you to come back.
Can it be hard to, especially with you playing with it being positionless, can it be hard to also still have people in defined roles? You know what I mean? Because I know, once it gets to that point, like, everybody has a role on the team. Like, you might not like your role, but you have a role on the team. It's just what it is, right? So, like, with playing positionless basketball, actually, does it actually make it better for the players because they all still get to touch the rock? You know what I'm saying? Or like, how does that work?
It makes it better a little bit because, like you said, everybody does have their roles, but everybody also understands, like, hey, like, it's one plate, and that's one thing that we preach to everybody, because they're coming into a junior college setting for a reason. They're coming in to get re-recruited. They're coming in to either get that opportunity to go NCAA D1, D2, or NAIA on full scholarship basketball. And granted, we do have some kids that go NCAA Division III. We're not saying that level's not a bad level at all. But all of our kids come in with those aspirations to be recruited to go on and play scholarship basketball at the 4-year level. So we tell them from day one, it's one plate. You ladies are the best of the best from where you came from, with your high school. So now we got to come together again and, it's one plate for everybody to eat off of. And if one of you want to be selfish, one of you want to do this, one of you want to do that, we starve, we don't win, and then at the end of the day, we don't get recruited, and that's what y'all came here for. So we preach one play, and it somewhat, like I said, playing positionless basketball, it somewhat makes it easier. Everybody knows their role. We sit down, we have individual meetings with all of our players before the season starts, and we tell them exactly what we need from them for this team to be successful. Now, not saying that's what you're going to be the following year, but after we do our individual workouts throughout the first half of the school year, leading up to the first day of practice, we sit down. Like I said, we have those meetings. We have 6 scrimmages before we actually get into our actual regular season. We sit down, we have another meeting with them, and we just let them know, what it is that your role is. And not saying that doesn't change as the year goes through, or, that doesn't change even as you're going into your sophomore year. But at least for right now, this is where your skill set is, and this is where you're going to be successful at, and this is where it's going to help us be successful at.
Okay.
Yeah, that's dope. I got a question that you brought up, actually. So I was curious. So you guys are very successful all throughout the years. I was going to say, because I know, junior college is like a step to the next level. What would you say is like the percentage or like the success rate of sending these kids to something? I would probably say like D2 and higher.
So one of the cool things with us is every single one of our kids that comes in and plays for Rock Valley College, 100% of those kids has a scholarship opportunity, whether that's NAIA, whether that's Division II, whether that's Division I. 100% of our kids have a scholarship opportunity to go on and play at the 4-year level. 90% of our kids go on and play scholarship basketball, whether that's NCAA D1, D2, or NAIA. So, and when I say 90%, like when I talk to recruits and their parents, they'll look at me like, man, that's a stretch. Like 90%, no, that's a real number. You get certain kids that go on and play D3, or you get certain kids that go on and just want to go straight into the workforce, or you get certain kids that just want to go straight into their degree program. And it is what it is. At that point, it's about best fit. And we tell all of our kids, you got to go where the best fit is. Don't just go to school because it's D1. Just don't go to a school because you might see UConn on the front or this or that. And there's no discredit to if you get that opportunity to go to some of those schools. Sometimes you got to sit down and you'll be like, okay, cool. But you got to know what's coming with that as well. You got to go to the best fit. Craig Doty, who coached on the men's team there, he used to tell all of his guys when they were on the back end of getting recruiting, like, hey, go to where you're going to be on the program. Go where you're going to be on the program every single night, of the game day and game night. And he's saying that as, don't go to where, it's not, don't go there to be selfish. Don't go there to be, I'm just going to shoot all the balls. No, go to where you're really valued at. Go to where you're going to have an impact at. And, that's what we tell all of our kids, because at the end of the day, whether it's you have 3 years left to go on and play, whether it's you have 2 years left to go on and play, you're there for another 2 to 3 years, and if it wasn't for basketball, would you still go to that school? And we tell all of our kids that, if basketball is taken away from you, because of injury, because of that, are you going to be cool with going to that school? So you got to go to where the best fit is. And I mean, that's why the transfer portal is the way it is right now. I mean, these kids are just going to schools just to go to the schools just because, it's this, it's that, but they don't know nothing about the coaching staff. Man, they don't know nothing about the coaching staff. They don't know nothing about the culture, nothing about the city. They get there and then they're miserable, and then they're this, then they're that. And a lot of them don't even want to leave home. They just want to get away because they think it's the cool thing to do. And then guess what? That's why it's 1,000+ kids in the transfer portal at the end of every year, end of every college season. And that's just women's basketball. We're not even talking about men's basketball, anything else. It's 1,000 women's basketball players plus in the transfer portal at the end of each season.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's not even 1,000. It's not even 1,000 scholarships like that. That's the crazy thing.
Right.
Quick question: does the NIL and all these other deals, does that affect you at the D3 level, or do you think that will affect you guys at that level?
It hasn't yet. I mean, the NILs, all that stuff it's going to be a day where a kid hits us. I mean, we had our team meeting the other day, and we were like, hey, if anybody approaches you with this, bring it to us so we can, take it to administration. Just make sure that it is straight, like, that it isn't, any scams, anything like that. But we also want to make sure that we're, following the guidelines and the rules of everything with that. Because there is rules. It seems crazy. I mean, at the NCAA D1 level, that's the Wild West right now with NILs. I mean, kids getting paid millions right now. And it's kind of funny, because Nick Saban, he had his flip out. But I mean, at some point, even though we know, people have been paying kids forever, at some point he's somewhat right, because it is kind of getting out of control, because there's supposed to be limits on how much these kids can actually make from that. I think it is. But then right now, nobody's just blowing the whistle. They're just letting it, go with it go. And it's kind of like a big Band-Aid on a bigger problem of what's actually going on. But, it is at that point you gotta kind of let it go right now.
Yeah, man, because I'm just thinking, like, man, like, what can you say to a kid that's making $80 million?
Can't say nothing. Can't say nothing.
How can you coach that kid? You can't say. So,
it's the Mikey Williams effect right now. What's his name? Mark Cuban just spoke on it. Like, a lot of these kids aren't looking to become the best basketball player so they can go to the league and help their family. They're looking at to become the best basketball player so they can have clout on Instagram,
make money.
And make money on social media. I mean, that's what a lot of these kids are looking for. And, it's the Mikey Williams effect. And that's exactly, Mark Cuban just spoke on it the other day. So.
Man. Julian Newman.
I mean, look at it.
Hey.
Him and his sister. him and his sister chop suey whenever you see him on the court. Can't guard a fly, can't guard a tick, but that made their family some money because they got the social media clout.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I'm actually very curious about your take on this, so we can jump into basketball's a little ways away, but. What's your take on this next upcoming NBA season?
It's gonna be a little interesting.
Don't listen. He's a great coach and all.
It's gonna be interesting.
We got a person. I call this nigga Daryl A. Bayless. Don't listen to this nigga at all. Don't listen to this nigga.
Hey, I can't listen to you either, bro. Because you set me off about the UConn.
Man,
you set me off about UConn, bro. So I can't listen to you.
It's gonna be this
Daryl, this man came on here. This man came on here talking about, oh, yeah, we talked about the NCAA tournament 2 years ago, I think at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, boat night, James Boat Night. Niggas got bounced in the first round. I was going to pick the other team, and he had me fucked up. We get to the league. Oh, James Boat Night, he's a scorer, man. He's going to play for Charlotte. Nigga hasn't seen the floor. He's not playing with Terry Rozier. He's not playing LaMelo Ball.
Okay, but when they trade Terry Rozier, guess who's going to be starting at that 2-guard position?
Why would they trade Terry Rozier?
Because he makes too much money.
Scary Terry ain't going nowhere. Scary Terry ain't going nowhere.
He's not Michael
Jordan. Listen, Michael Jordan is an amazing owner, and y'all laugh and you want to say that he's not because they're not really winning, but he's putting butts in them seats in Charlotte, and he's doing what he's supposed to do: stay relevant, put butts in the seats, make the playoffs every other fourth year. Hey, look,
I don't like that strategy.
I give the credit.
I feel what you're saying, but he's on a businessman venture right now. He kind of spoke on it a little bit. If you had a chance to watch the ESPN, the captain on Derek Jeter, with Derek Jeter and everything, broke down his whole career. It's kind of similar to how The Last Dance was. And it broke down Derek Jeter's whole career. And now Derek Jeter owns the Marlins. And, it kind of broke that down a little bit about, how the Marlins, the Marlins is a great organization, made the World Series, won, a couple World Series here and there. But they don't put butts in the seats because that's not something to do in Florida. And people are judging Derek Jeter off of that. And it's like, well, how? Like, he's trying to come in and change a culture that's never been, we're going to show up and watch games. There's too much to do in Florida. People don't want to go sit down in a hot, humid day like that and just watch baseball all day. They want to do other things. And, he's trying to change the culture on that. And Jordan kind of talked about it. And he was like, hey, people expect me to win an NBA championship because I won 6, once I got there. That ain't this, I got to find the best way to make this program successful, and do this and do that. And we're in that culture right now to where everybody feels like it's championship or bust. And, a lot of these NBA players, a lot of these professional players, even on the women's side, they're like, man, it ain't that. Like, we're winners because we're changing our families, outcomes. We're changing generational wealth, different things like that. Yeah, I want to get out there and I want to hoop and I want to play hard and I want to get a championship. Don't ever take that to the point. But at the end of the day, if I don't get one as my career is over, I done changed my kids' lives because of what I done did, with the NBA. And that's how, a lot of these dudes are starting to look at it like that right now. Even a lot of, like I said, the women's basketball players are getting in, they're getting a lot of promotional deals, they're getting a lot of things done. And I really think, and it's sad to say, the Brittany Griner situation that's going on right now, but that I feel like is really going to push women's basketball here in the States, like to where the WNBA is about to start paying these players. It's only going to be a matter of time because it's like, why are we constantly sending these players overseas to make more money than what they can make here in their home? And at the same point, these countries that pay the most money for the women's WNBA players are the countries that we beef with the most with the United States, if you kind of pay attention to it. The countries that got the bag, it's Russia, China, the Middle East. But these are the same countries that we beef with the most out of, being from the United States. So it's like, why are we constantly sending, our own people over there? And, this is where they can make the most money at, but that's who we beefing with the most, which in her situation, that was a power play by Russia. Where's she at? Cool. Yeah. Grab her. Grab her. I don't even want to say, she had what she had on her. It could have been a Planet situation or anything like that, but it's very sad. But like I said, I feel like that situation is going to start pushing women's sports to where, all right, we got to really get this money for them. And, let's keep them home, keep them safe. Let's make it the Premier League like how it is with the NBA. And, so.
So like you said, keep them safe. Like that's all we want is our women to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
And they just, Biden really, to me, he showed his colors when he didn't trade for her straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what he should have did. That was the right thing to do, was to trade for her straight up, not get another veteran. I know we need to bring him home too, but this ain't the situation that's at hand right now. It's Brittany Griner.
Yep.
So let's try to get her home.
That's what's gonna stay, and it sucks because, like you said, there are others that are over there that are suffering, but she's the one that they keep throwing their name out on. Like, hey, if you want her, you got to come do this. You want her, you got to do that. So and like I said, it sucks, but it's really putting a lot of emphasis and a lot of points on, okay, what can we do to make women's sports better in our own country instead of sending people over, overseas all the time to go play.
Yeah. And I didn't want to. My bad for cutting you off. Yeah, just tell us about what you think will happen for the season. Though, I know we need to talk about these Lakers, man. What you think? Because he's a big Russell Westbrook fan.
I'm a Carl.
Yuck.
Listen. I was a Westbrook fan when he first came in the league because he was just a dog. I'm gonna sit down. He's not this dude no more. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna play D. I'm gonna get to the rim. I'm gonna take the toughest assignment, and then I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get a dub. He ain't that guy no more. And, that's kind of upsetting. Like, it is what it is. This is what got you to get you in the league. This is what you built your brand off of. I'm going to play 150% every single game, which he still does. It's just, the Lakers are asking him to do what he's not, which is be a spot-up shooter. And, he's a volume guy. He's got to have the ball in his hands. And granted, and me and Shank have had conversations about LeBron. Like, LeBron's the same exact way. He's got to have that ball in his hands. You can't expect two dudes like that. And that's where it comes down to egos and buying into roles. Like, that should have been the first thing. They should have had that conversation with Russ when he got there. Like, I get it. I know you're this dude. I'm still going to pay you this money. You're still going to get your brand. You're still going to pay this many amount of minutes. When it comes down to clutch, you're still going to be on the court. But let me bring you off the bench. Go at these second units. Let Bron get in his flow. Let him do this. And then you come off the bench. Guess what? The ball's in your hands because this is who you're going in for a break. And if you kind of noticed it, like when LeBron was out, them was the games Russ was killing. Like, Russ was going crazy. Like, and that's what they brought him in there for. Like, okay, LeBron can't play the whole season. Let's put the Energizer Bunny out there and let him just go crazy. But when LeBron was actually playing, those were the games where I felt like the Lakers were struggling because, and who was it? I'm trying to think. I think it was AD or one of them was like, we're asking Russ to play a different role every night. Like, it's not even like he has this definitive role the whole entire season. They were asking him to play a different role, a spot-up shooter, a defender, point guard, basically bulldozer, whatever it is. They was asking him to play a different role every night. And it was like, man, like he couldn't get into his rhythm. So, I don't know. Hopefully the new coaching staff is going to, get him right. I mean, Phil Handy, one of the greatest to do what he does. So, I feel like he's been in the lab hopefully he's been in the lab with Russ. I know he stayed in the lab with Brian and all them, and hopefully he's putting some work with Russ. Russ got some other problems going on with his agents and all that, but hopefully he can get that locked up and get his mind off of that and just get back to who he was when he came in and out of UCLA. Hopefully he can get back to that dude. Hopefully he can get back to OKC them first few years. How he was just, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna play D, I'm gonna get to my mid range, I'm gonna get to the basket, I'm gonna dunk you. Now he ain't that athletic no more, but he can still get there. Get him a layup, get him a bucket. And, hopefully we can get back to that. But, I mean, we'll see. The Lakers is going to be nice. Philly's going to be scary if they can make some moves. I hope they don't make them moves because that's just scary if they make them moves and they do get traded for KD. Yeah, that's a little scary. I mean, because I feel Milwaukee made some power moves this offseason. Milwaukee made some power moves when it got some shooters to put around Giannis. I don't know. It's gonna be a good season. It's gonna be real up and down, and I'm excited to see what it's gonna be like.
So yeah, we ain't trying to hold you much longer, but thank you for coming on the show. You and OD.
I appreciate you.
Real quick, before you leave.
Yes, sir.
I need to know. I gotta know. Female GOAT and male GOAT for basketball.
Male GOAT, I'm gonna answer first, is definitely Michael Jordan. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
He's from Chicago.
It has nothing to do with that, man. That man changed the game. And again, I say this a lot, like it's just an honest opinion, and I talk about it all the time. If LeBron had the mentality Michael Jordan had, we wouldn't even be talking about who the GOAT is. It's just Mike came out there and wanted to destroy everybody. I don't care who it is. It's not about making the right play. We're going to go win. Sometimes it's about we're just going to go win. And you need that type. And if LeBron had that mentality, it wouldn't even be a question of who the GOAT is. I mean, he's been, how many? Eight championship NBA finals? Is that what it is? He's been to 8?
No, I think it's about 10.
Is it 10?
It's 10, bro.
He would be 10-0. Let's just call a spade a spade. 9-1. I'm sorry. He'd be 9-1.
Nah, you're bugging.
Hey, see, and here's my thing.
No.
I ain't trying to be here all.
Hey, the only one he get blasted is that first Spurs series. If he legit has that mentality that Mike had, Dallas. I'm sorry, Lil JJ and Jason the Jet Terry.
Oh, no, for sure.
That's a dub. That series, the first one he lost to San Antonio. The second one he lost.
Y'all be hating on Brian. Y'all need to tell him who else was on that Dallas team, because it wasn't just no Jason Terry.
No, that Dallas team was nice. That Dallas team was nice.
It was stat.
And you got to talk about who they ran through too.
So
they ran through a lot of teams too.
Yeah, they did.
And the Lakers.
But were they supposed to run through that Miami team?
No,
nowhere.
We're not.
I mean,
absolutely
bro,
not. That's his. That's
supposed to run through anybody though.
But I will say, like, even
I give him 3. Okay, I give him 3. I give him 3 finals losses. 3 finals losses.
Okay, because there was no way he was gonna beat the Warriors either of those years.
If they were healthy,
no fucking way.
Nah, yeah.
If they were healthy,
yes, they were healthy. 100%. But like once they went down and there was no Kyrie and K Love or whatever, and they picked up KD. He shouldn't even have played.
KD.
He shouldn't even have played. Like, there was no way he's going to win that series. There's no fucking way he's going to win that series.
KD sabotaged LeBron's career by joining the Warriors, and everybody really knows that. Like, because if KD did not go to Golden State, LeBron was probably going to rip off a couple.
He was.
For sure.
And I'm saying that just because the nigga did it alone by himself with just Kevin Love. Like, he really didn't need Kyrie. He was probably going to be, rip off at least 2 more. I think he was going to be at least 5.
You think at least?
So,
But your female goat.
at least 5.
Female goat.
I'm a little biased when it comes to that. I'm a little biased. You
better say Diana.
It is Diana. I mean, it is Diana.
Okay, thank you.
It is. It is Diana.
You can give it to Sue too.
Sue longevity. Sue gets brought in conversations because of longevity and what she's done over those years and how she's still effective. And the game ain't gonna be the same no more without her. But when it comes down to it, it's Diana. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, and I asked bro the other day. I was like, man, you at the game? No, I'm not even at the Mercury game. And I'm just sitting there and watching. And I'm like, yo. And if you look back and you think back to the beginning of the season when her and Skylar Diggins kind of got into it, it's like, okay, like Sky, I get you. Like you up and coming, you want this to be your team. You still hooping with the best player ever. Like, okay, it's going to be some nights Diana can't take the game over. Guess what? That's why they brought you in here. Go do what you do. Like, this ain't your team, but, like, go get your rocks off. But,
Hey, Diana don't even play D no more though. Like
she hurt.
Shit.
Like I mean she
shoot that rock,
yeah, she old now.
D.
She got that burner.
She old.
Got that burner.
When they played the Chicago Sky last year, I watched that whole series because I was also betting on that shit. Because I was like, I'm gonna bet on this shit. But I was watching that whole series, and Chicago plays a 5-out, and Diana was getting her ass cooked by them blonde girls. Like they was cooking her ass off they had her running off so many screens. Diana was so tired on the offensive end. Like she was.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Like the team, if they can figure it out and get it together, though, is Las Vegas, the Aces. If they ever figure it out, if they ever figure it out and like get over the hump, they just got to taste it. They just got to get over the hump and actually get to one. As soon as that happens, like that's trouble. That's trouble. Like,
because what's dark skin shorty? Because I know
they got Kelsey Plum, they got Asia Wilson, they got Jackie Young, they got what's her name? Cynthia.
What's shorty name? Dark skin.
Oh, why am I having a brain fart? Yep, she's a guard. Cynthia Gray. She got Gray on the team. Like, bro, they got some.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, she's nasty.
Yeah, out of bounds play last week. Faked it one way and wrapped it behind her back for an assist. I'm like, oh, okay. Like mid game, that's what you're on. Like, okay.
Gee, last year in the playoffs, she was putting girls in the island. I'm over here like, bro, who is Shorty? Like, she was going crazy. Like, she's different. She's very, very different.
That's what I'm saying. Like, them, like, once Seattle's scary because Seattle's starting to get back healthy, like, on some of that now, too. Like, so, I mean, this might, like, if they could, I'm not sure about the playoff race right now, but if they can get in, Sue Bird might go out with one. So it's just like they might make a little run because Stewie is a dog. Joel Lloyd, Illinois representative, dog, always been a dog. I mean, it's women's basketball is legit like now, and it's a lot of it's just taking time. And I get why certain people don't want to watch it because they're not out there just dunking every possession. But if you really watch them, like it's so skilled because they're not relying on their athleticism. It's so skilled. Like people really be getting broke off. Yeah, people. It's the purest form of basketball. Like when you watch it, because they don't rely on their athleticism.
Exactly. It's like watching men's college basketball because it's still, they're still using techniques and all that stuff and everything. They still have the drive to make it to the NBA. So that's why I watch men's college basketball
sports
over NBA.
I'm telling people,
college sports over any professional anything.
Nah, for real. That's fact.
But I think everybody needs to watch out for women's sports, especially women's basketball, because, hey, they dunking on the regular now. It ain't just one girl.
Yeah,
it ain't just
one Candace Parker. Normal.
It's a group of them now.
Yeah.
And they're booming. Yeah. And they're catching oops now.
The young lady. I feel that's somebody that got more bounce than her. The young lady, she's out of Canada. Toby, and I can't pronounce her last name. Frontier, I think it is. She's out of Canada. She has bounce. Like Shank, I'll send you some videos on her. Like when I say bounce, I'm talking about behind the back time. Oh, okay. Like, and she's nice with it. One of the top ESPN recruits coming out of this year. She's a class of 24, I think, 24 or 25. I think she's 24. Yeah. But I mean, like you said, on a regular, you're starting to see females just go, you're starting to see these young women go up, in game, or even try to catch bodies. And it's like, oh, all right, cool. Hey, all right. And what I really, and what I really like now is a lot of these referees, they're getting somewhat better because they used to try to oh, you know, because you're a lady, because you're a woman, you can't talk trash in a game. Like, man, if you don't let them be basketball players, like I get it. Yes, they're women, but they are basketball players. Let them be basketball players. Like we tell our kids all the time, I'm not going to coach you to be a woman basketball player. I'm coaching you to be a basketball player. It don't matter what you go out here, talk your trash. I don't care. Be respectful within the game and get it done. Like, I don't want you to, you know, be confined to what basketball used to be. You know, be yourself, you know, be an individual, all within our team concepts.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you for coming on, you and OD. This is Excuse the Cap. Y'all give it up for Daryl. Let them know where they can find you at, and also about Rock Valley. And I know y'all got some events coming up, so just let them know where they can see them Golden Eagles at.
You can follow me on my Instagram, which is D-Watkins. I think it's D_Watkins22. You can follow me on my Twitter, which is Coach D Watkins. And you know, we're gonna post all of our content, all of the stuff coming up for the season. We got a big event. I think it's one of the biggest events in the Midwest right now for junior college. I just got to double check on that, but right now we're sitting at 28 teams for our jamboree. It's a one day event. 42 games are going to be played all at Rock Valley. Just basically, you know, a bunch of Division I, Division II, some NAIA programs are coming in to play in it as well. Just scrimmages to get you going before the year. And then, like I said, we kickstart our season off on November 1st at home against Sauk Valley. And that's going to be a pretty good night, hopefully, too, as well for us.
All right, man. We appreciate you for coming on, man. Y'all head to that jamboree when it's there, man. We said 48 games?
42 games in a day, all under one roof.
42 games?
42 games in a day, all under one roof.
Jeez.
Get there.
It's going to be nice.
Crazy.
This been Excuse the...
Man, I appreciate you.
Season, man.
I appreciate you, man.
For real.
Appreciate y'all for having me on.
All right, man. This been Excuse the Cap.